Hi everyone. It's Christina here. It's going to be February 24th and it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I wanted to really just kind of leave a message. It's been a while since I have left anything, and I just thought it would be a really good time, an important one to um, kind of record something and just share where I've been, what I'm doing, and really where I kind of see things going from here. In my perspective and in direction with the business and the campaigning and everything. So really, I came out a couple weeks ago with a video and I'm really just kind of expressing how I feel and the things that I'm seeing, inconsistencies in our systems, and really wanting to look at a lot of stuff, in trauma and how it is impacting not only just ourselves as adults and humans in our bodies, but how it really starts to relay into our other systems. So that can be our school systems, our family home systems, our church systems, any type of system that we're a part of. Any interaction that we do is going to create ripple effects into those systems. And that's what trauma does. So I've really been kind of looking at the ethics around these systems. I actually had to encounter a really unpleasant thing 2 weeks ago that really kind of brought a lot of awareness to me about ethics and the lack of ethics in our systems externally. And ethics is a really important thing because ethics tells us, as practitioners, it really is kind of the code of ethics and the code of law of practicing and what that means and what, we're really required to do as practitioners, for our clients and supporting our clients in their healing journey. Conscientious healing is all about I am just a facilitator of your healing, but you are actually the one really healing yourself, because no one can heal you. No one can do anything for you. Healing is a belief system, and it is something that we have to find within ourselves. Healing journey and defining what that looks like and what will bring you healing. And there's all types of ways. There's all types of practices and rituals and all kinds of things that people do, in the name of healing. And really, for us as practitioners, it's about supporting you in your healing process and finding what that is and what works for you. It's not about making you go into my lane, but really letting you know that this lane is available to you. There is body work that can support you, holistically, and can really help you on a systemic level. But again, it's a belief system. You got to believe that your body can heal. If you can't believe that, probably not going to get much service out of that. That's why we do have the placebo effect, because our belief systems do create it does work with our body. Everything is based off our belief system, because our brain is the belief system, and the brain, whatever the brain believes, it will send the message to the entire body system. So it's really always important to make note of where you're at in your belief system. What are you receiving as truth? Because that will really determine a lot of things. If we think that chemo is really bad for us and I have cancer and I'm not going to do it because that's really bad for me, well, guess what? Okay, that's fine. You cannot do it, but I hope you have other things implemented in for that. It's just any part of healing. You got to do something though. If we have some type of compromise or challenge in our body, to do nothing is a disservice to yourself. It is actually inflicting more pain when you already know you have pain. When we get caught up in the inflicting pain on ourselves or tolerating the pain within ourselves, that's actually self-harm. And that means that you don't believe that you actually deserve to heal, and you don't deserve to have the care that you are entitled to and should have as just, being a human. You should, have the ability to care for yourself and know that you are important and you do matter. And that is super, super important in any healing journey, especially for victim survivors. We always are really conditioned to believe that we are not of worth. And, we are trained to not speak up, not to ask for help, not to do anything. And we tolerate this. And this is a disservice to you, to your healing journey, and really giving yourself what you need. Our medical system is in place to support us. Is there faults? Yeah, of course. It's servicing, millions of people. Of course there's going to be faults. There's always good doctors, bad doctors, whatever. But it's about learning, educating yourself, using your emotional intelligence, your intuitiveness, and really asking questions. If you don't understand something, don't be afraid to admit, I don't understand. I don't know what you're talking about. What is your job? Really asking your practitioners, why do you need to see them? What is their purpose? What will they do for you? And where is their intention? When we ask that, we put responsibility and accountability on your practitioner. You want that. You don't want to come in and just be guided and told everything. You want to be having interaction with every practitioner that is a part of your healing journey. It's very important, because otherwise, if you're not leading in your own healing journey, that means someone else is. And if someone else is leading in your body, well, that's just not really going to work out well, because no one knows you better than you. You are the best advocate for yourself. And so really in the businesses, I'm really going to start teaching people about, how do I advocate for myself? How do I ask those right questions? What kind of things do I need to look at? Is my provider asking me questions, or are they just telling me things? That's a huge red flag. If you're not being asked questions, if they don't want to know the all about you, then they really don't want to know much about you. And really utilizing your time, recognizing who do you have, where are they at in their own process, because whatever practitioner you're going to choose their belief systems and everything around healing and medicine. So just always be aware and cautious, and, don't take anything as absolute truth. That's what I always teach my clients. Don't take anything as absolute truth, but take it all and consider it all. But only you can determine what is really true for you. Have a great day, everyone.